MINDIA, Mind of India.
India, a land of rich history and diverse culture, has experienced centuries of conquest and foreign rule. Among the colonial powers that dominated this land, the British Empire stands as one of the most influential. But a darker truth emerges behind the grandeur of the Raj. A groundbreaking academic study has unearthed the devastating toll of British colonialism on the people of India. Economic anthropologist Jason Hickel and his co-author Dylan Sullivan meticulously combed through historical records and published their findings in the respected academic journal World Development. Their research exposes a shocking reality. Between 1880 and 1920, British colonialism led to a staggering 165 million excess deaths in India. This number surpasses the combined death toll of both world wars. The effects of colonial rule reached far beyond the loss of lives. The British Empire systematically drained India's economic wealth. Prominent economist Utsa Patnaik estimated that the empire extracted a staggering $45 trillion from the Indian subcontinent over nearly 2 centuries, crippling the nation's economic wealth. The suffering inflicted upon India did not stop there. Human-made famines ravaged the land, claiming the lives of tens of millions more. One of the most notorious famines was the Bengal Famine of 1943. During World War II, the British government, driven by the demands of war, made a devastating choice. In a stark display of disregard for human life, it prioritized the needs of its military over the survival of millions of starving Indians. Food supplies were diverted from Bengal to British soldiers, and a ban on grain imports was imposed, worsening the famine. The result? An estimated 3 million lives were lost, leaving behind a haunting legacy of suffering and indifference. The human cost of the Bengal famine is unimaginable. Families torn apart, lives lost, and communities forever scarred. The suffering of the people of Bengal during this time shows the cruel and uncaring attitude of those in power. Academic studies have shown that the famine was not due to natural causes, but was instead a consequence of policies enforced by British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. These studies also suggest that Churchill's wartime cabinet in London worsened the famine. Evidence reveals that the cabinet was repeatedly warned that using Indian resources for the war effort could lead to famine, but chose to continue exporting rice from India. Churchill was even quoted as blaming the famine on the fact that Indians were breeding like rabbits. Churchill, a figure revered by many in the West, harbored racist sentiments towards Indians. He once famously stated, "I hate Indians. They are a beastly people with a beastly religion." Indian politician Shashi Tharoor, who served as an Undersecretary General of the United Nations, has extensively documented the crimes committed by the British Empire, particularly under Churchill's rule. Tharoor boldly asserts that Churchill has as much blood on his hands as Hitler, citing the devastating decisions he made during the Bengal famine. The history of British colonialism in India reveals a painful chapter of exploitation, suffering, and loss, along with the enduring scars they left behind. Today, India grapples with this legacy, but its unwavering resilience shines through. With determination and pride, India strives to rebuild and reclaim its global standing, transcending its painful past.
MINDIA, Mind of India.